What's good, Brodies? It's your boy Flat, and we back with another video. Okay, so today I actually want to speak about something that's been bothering me about this whole Grizzy and Scru whole battle. For me to do that, I have to go back in time and give it to you guys layer by layer. So basically, just to give you what's happening. So Grizzy and Scru, the diss is over. 2 disses have been dropped. If you haven't seen the videos, you can go check out my videos of me reacting to them. And, you know, people are having mixed feelings about this. Scru hasn't really said much, you know, but Grizzy saying a lot. And some of the stuff that Grizzy is saying is bothering me, so I'm going to speak about it. And when I say bother, I mean, like, if somebody says something I don't think is right, it's gonna affect me. Like, when you say something that's not true or I don't think is valid, I'm going to have a response about it because I don't like that fake shit. So, let's start from the beginning. So Scru and Prophet were telling me that there was going to be a battle amongst men about bars with Scru and Grizzy. So when they told me, I'm like, damn, another nigga, because you know the blind side shit just happened. So I'm like, damn, another nigga jumping out the window? What the fuck is going on? And they were like, nah, Flat, it ain't like that. Grizzy basically wants to, Grizzy and Scru basically want to battle because they both respect each other's bars, and they think they're both dope, and it'd be great for the platform and for the fans, and finally people gonna see 2 people battle where there's no malice and it's all about, you know, being good at what you do. So as this was happening, I did my intro for it. If y'all haven't seen it, you can go back and see it. I did an intro for it. I feel like not even 5 minutes after the intro was done and put out, Upchurch came out of nowhere and started trying to bash Scru's head in. That whole diss, the cargo head shit came out the blue for us, and we was just like, what the fuck? So then I wasn't part of the initial issues with Upchurch, so I was new to this. So then I'm, you know, reacting to the shit, and I'm just like, man, like, dude can't rap, neither here or there. They go back and forth 2 times. As this is all going through, this is like a long drawn out thing. It felt like it was like a week, at least, like a week and a half this shit was going on. During this time, everybody forgot about Grizzy. Every single person. Grizzy had put out a diss. Nobody even reacted to it because they were so fucking, you know, pulled in about this Upchurch and the Scru shit. You get what I'm saying? So then that battle happens and it's done. They go on roast and review. And then now we're finally giving light to Grizzy. Scru was even trying to give light to Grizzy on the disses from Upchurch. Like, nigga, I'm about to battle somebody who actually could rap. You know what I'm saying? So there was nothing but respect given from both parties, as so I thought, or so it seemed. So me, Prophet, and you know the other reactors, it's crazy because I'm not a reactor, but I react. Neither here nor there. Like Prophet, Moonfu, for those who don't know, from the jump was like giving him credit, like, man, like, dude can rap, woo 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 woo, nothing but love. And you know, shown, like, I went and followed Grizzy on his Instagram, his YouTube, his Twitter, just because I'm like, let's give light to real niggas. So the first diss comes out. Nobody respects it because he doesn't say Scru name. It's actually my favorite song out of all of them, but I think it's because it's more of a song than a diss. So everybody undermined that, so it didn't count. I liked it. Shit was fire. So Grizzy drops again. And this time, he's dropping bars and the shit is fire. But there's filler in it, and to me, that takes away. It was a long diss. It was like 6 minutes, and it was like a lot of filler. You know, like if he'd have cut it down, it'd have been more pure. You know what I'm saying? Like on some cocaine shit. If you add baking soda to cocaine, it's no longer pure, which means it lowers the quality of it. Again, this is all my perspective and all my opinion. So nobody told me to do this video. Scru don't even know I'm doing this video. I didn't even tell the nigga I'm doing this video because ain't none of his business that I'm doing the video. You know what I'm saying? This is just me. I'm not about to consult with somebody else about my own feelings about what's going on. Only person I'm consulting with are the people who sub to my page. Y'all getting my personal thoughts, and you will always get my personal thoughts. So he drops. In the beginning, I say I'm not even going to say who wins this battle because I feel like this is for the fans to decide. Us reactors, we should just react to it and allow y'all to, you know, to not influence y'all, because reactors influence people. So I'm like, I'm not gonna give my 2 cents because I want everybody to do this for them, because this truly was just a gift for them. It was just content for them. So Grizzy drops, and then he has an issue with all the fans saying that his first diss wasn't a diss, and it bothered him, obviously. So he dropped another one. And then Scru drops. And Scru's shit, when he drops this, and since I felt like Grizzy been on some fuck shit, which I'm gonna get on, I'm gonna just say how I felt like the battle actually went. So Scru drops is heat. Grizzy drops first is heat, but he has filler. And like I said, when you have filler with heat, it makes it lukewarm. You know what I'm saying? So, me personally, I think Scru won the first round. That's just how I feel. Call it what you want. So, after that, Scru at the end of his first diss says, I'm not doing any more diss. Which I understood, because this is his third diss in like a week and a half. Like, yeah, we all have bars, but them shits aren't unlimited. Niggas need time to charge up. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it was almost to the point where nobody even thought he was gonna do the Grizzy shit, because there was so much upchurch shit going on. You know? So Grizzy drops his second one. But before Grizzy drops his second one, he expresses how he was angry at Scru because he said he's not doing no more. Which I feel like was some whole shit, because I feel like Scru shouldn't have said that, but to me, this is still my perspective. I don't know how many disses they said they were going to do. See, if Scru promised him a certain amount of disses and then didn't do it, then I could understand that. So Grizzy got mad, and instead of calling Scru, went on social media like a little bitch, because that's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not calling you a bitch. I'm just saying what you did was some bitch nigga shit. You know what I'm saying? So far, like, I'm still not done with you, so it may get worse than this, but this is just how I feel. I feel like what you did was some hoe ass nigga shit. If I have an issue with you, I am going to contact you. The only reason I'm not contacting you is because we don't have a relationship. You know what I'm saying? I've commented on your shit or whatever, but you've been getting more. I believe Grizzy grew 7,000 subs from this whole battle. So I understood why he was making content, you know, about Scru and being mad or whatever, because regardless that you could have called him, it's like, let me just make content and then my fans gonna eat that shit up. You know what I'm saying? Instead of being a real nigga and calling a nigga and be like, yo, you said we was gonna do this many, what's going on? And then if he did some fraud shit, then you can expose the messages and be like, this nigga said we was doing this much and we didn't do it, and I will respect that. Again, I said I didn't like how Scru said at the end that he was done. He should have just been done. He didn't have to say nothing. So he got all fired up, and then a second diss drops. And the second diss is an 11-minute song, which is fucking crazy. 4 beat changes. It's just a lot. And you turned around in the beginning of the battles you called the first battle. You said you're not Upchurch or Blindsight. For those that don't know, for the people who aren't black, when a black person says, I am not this person, that means they're disrespecting them. Like when I was a kid and I was being bad, my mom would be like, I'm not one of your little friends. You know what I'm saying? That means when you say I am not one of these, that means you're undermining them. So that's a diss. You know what I'm saying? That's a diss, regardless that y'all don't know that. In black culture, because we're speaking about black people and black culture right now. When you say I am not, that is a diss to those people. He turned around, dissed Upchurch, and then turned around on his second diss and used Upchurch whole fucking blueprint on how Upchurch dissed Scru and was trying to call Scru racist and talk about how Prophet is gay and all this other shit, which is crazy because Prophet was giving him props for all his videos. So you come out the woodworks and you start dissing niggas like close homies. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like Scru coming out the woodworks and saying, like, talking about your bitch and saying her name, or talking about your mom and saying her name, or talking about your brother and saying his name. You know what I'm saying? Like, people take that shit. You get slid for shit like that, especially because this diss was supposed to be mano y mano in a ring. They're supposed to go bar for bar. You're not supposed to low blow. You get points taken off for low blows when it's not a real diss. This isn't, oh, you made me mad, now I'm about to come at you. That's not what this was. So I felt like that shit was corny. How do you disrespect Upchurch and then take his blueprint, try to call Scru racist? You know that you black, so then you know that you're gonna pander to Upchurch fans, get to some of his fans. People that aren't black are like, well, you're black, so that means that you guys cancel each other out. No, there's a reason why they was calling Grizzy's friends and family was calling him a coon or an Uncle Tom. Is because he's pandering to a different demographic so he can get something of value back from them. That shit is fake. Harriet Tubman killed niggas like that. Like, if we was back in the South, nigga, you getting your shit clapped. You was one of them slaves that was getting your shit clapped. You was on some real phony shit, bro. So then I'm like, all right. I actually hit Screw at this point. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Because he going off, calling, saying Screw all types of shits. And Screw's like, oh, don't trip. It was just a misunderstanding, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, bro, if I punch you in your jaw because I thought some shit was some other shit, are you going to tell me that's a misunderstanding? He's like, nah, bro, just chill. I'm like, all right. And this is I'm paraphrasing. I didn't say those exact words about the jaw punching, but that's just how I feel. Again, my perspective. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to hold off. I'm not going to fry Grizzy shit up yet because you guys figured it out and, shit happens. I'm a stall him out. So Screw drops his second diss to Grizzy's diss. And I liked Grizzy's second diss. It was just 11 minutes and like half of it was filler. Like I said, you can't put cocaine and baking soda together and try to call it cocaine. It's, you know what I'm saying? It's a lower term. It's crack. It's trash. Not trash, but like if it was half the time, it'd be amazing. So I had mixed feelings about the diss. I liked it, but I had mixed feelings because of that angle he was trying to take, and I understood it's an angle and this is battle rap, but at the same time, you gotta have respect for yourself and respect that somebody came to you with three times the amount of subs as you and tried to give you a chance to, build your subs, which you did. You know what I'm saying? You capitalized off that, which is great. I just feel like you a hoe ass nigga for basically how you went about it. Now, maybe you felt some type of way about, like I said, I feel like Screw was wrong for saying that this was over unless you guys discussed it. Then I can understand, but that's a phone call, my nigga. That's a phone call. Because at the end of the day, you're supposed to make each other look bad on wax, not on the internet, you know what I'm saying? And you talk about this, I'm such a real nigga and all this internet shit, but you taking part of this internet shit. You know what I'm saying? You don't like how certain niggas judge you. Like, if a nigga don't get one bar that you supposedly, the whole yoo-hoo bar that you, like, I tucked that and, like, you want credit. You, like, you know what I'm saying? Your head too big, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? You get mad at niggas like Shaq and shit. And, for, like, that shit weird. So, anyways, so Screw drops. And I like Screw's shit. I like the second half better than the first half because I hated the beat. I felt like the beat didn't do him justice. So now I have mixed feelings about both the second tracks. They both dope, but I have mixed feelings about them. So I feel like Screw won the first round. I feel like the second round was basically a draw. That's how I personally feel. Either it's a draw or you could give it to Grizzy by a hair. And if you give it to Grizzy by a hair, then it's a tie. So basically, to me, they tied at best. Tied at best, but in my eyes, it's a draw. So technically, if the first round is a win for Screw and the second round is a draw, that means Screw won by half a win. You know what I'm saying? Or by a win. Like by half a win, because a draw is half a win for both. So that means Screw won by half a win in my eyes. So it's very close. Or it could be a draw. Like I'm kind of back and forth with it. But I truly feel like it's a draw. You know what I'm saying? Just because of how Grizzy went about that second diss. Like, come on, bro. Just because you make an 11-minute diss doesn't mean I rapped longer than you, so that means I win. Come on, bro. Fuck out of here. Anyways, so after all that happens, now I see videos about Grizzy making videos about how Prophet shouldn't be the judge, which Grizzy dropped out of it earlier, which was kind of some stupid shit because it's just like, there's Crip explained the judges, the panel, everything that's going on and how it's so many people voting. It can't be swayed by just one person. One person can't decide who lives or dies. But you didn't want to be in it, so I'm like, okay, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? But your whole thing for being in it, I believe, was about Screw or Prophet or whatever, but Screw's not even in it. So it's like, it makes you look stupid because you don't want to do a battle because somebody that's not in the battle isn't going to be in the battle. That's dumb. And my whole issue at this point is, he's on video saying Prophet shouldn't be a judge when you don't understand this is Prophet and Crip's thing. Prophet came up with this shit and came in with Crip to figure out how we can make this happen, because Crip has a different fan base, Prophet has a different fan base, and everybody can gain from this. This is Prophet shit. Like, it's like Dame Dash and Jay-Z. Prophet and Crip. That's what it is. So you get on a platform and try to fuck up a nigga's bag. You know what I'm saying? Like, you said in that other dish, you put an ad in there like, nigga, you put ads in your shit. Like, niggas is on YouTube trying to better their life. I see you in your car when you make your video, so I'm sure you don't have a house or apartment you can make it in, because there's probably people everywhere. And you know what I'm saying, nigga, you trying to get your own bag. Why would you try to fuck up a nigga's money? That's some hoe ass shit, bro. And then you turn around and you try to act like Scru is a hoe ass nigga when he still reacted to your second diss. When all you need to do was make a phone call and it was gonna happen anyways. But you can't even see that the nigga's tired because he got blindsided. Your diss got overshadowed by Upchurch, and it still is being overshadowed by Upchurch because you're not that important. That's just what it is. Upchurch is important. You're not. You get what I'm saying? And that's just facts. But like, you trying to fuck up a nigga bag, like you're campaigning, trying to get people to be like, trying to. Prophet has 4,000 subs, bro. You worried about a nigga that got 4,000 subs? Like, I don't understand that shit. But like, I don't get it. You're not supposed to fuck up a nigga bag, especially when a nigga was showing you love, especially when this was supposed to be a prize fight. This was supposed to be just about bars and be done. If y'all ever seen Rocky with the White Russian, what the White Russian do? He tried to kill Apollo Creed on some hoe ass nigga shit. You get what I'm saying? But that's not what happened this time. Like I said, I feel like it's a draw in the second round and Scru won, or you could get a second one to Grizzy and it's 1-1 and it's a draw regardless. Nobody's really like, it's not a definite win. You know what I'm saying? And nobody's column. That's how I personally feel. You could quote me on that shit. But this is Prophet shit. Prophet and Crip, this is a shit. So how the fuck you gonna go into another nigga house and try to tell a nigga how the house supposed to be decorated? You know what I'm saying? You sound like a diva ass nigga. I'm not going, with your high ass pitch voice, I'm not gonna be in the diss. You said that already, nigga. So shut up and get on with your life. Make some more music. Make some more content. Stop trying to eat off another nigga fucking plate, because that's what you're doing right now. And trying to make a nigga look bad when all we trying to do is level up. You talk about trying to uplift black people, but you shitting on your own brothers. But we not a brother, nigga. You a snake. That's what you is. And you acting real light skinned right now, bro. Like, that shit is crazy. You know what I'm saying? And regardless if you watch this or not, I don't give a fuck. But you a hoe ass nigga. I don't fuck with that shit. Scru did this to help you. He did help you, because I swear you grew like 7,000 subs. And I just want to see how long you gonna milk this shit. You know what I'm saying? But this is Prophet and Crip shit. So y'all can talk all the shit y'all want and be negative all y'all want. He came up with it. So don't join it. All you're doing is hurting yourself. You know what I'm saying? You just feel like people don't think like you, so then you're not gonna win because people don't think like you. Nobody thinks the same. Everybody has their own personal opinion. Their opinion does not fault yours. Yours doesn't fault them. You are not some fucking god, because if you were, you wouldn't be on YouTube trying to campaign when you was just on Sway 2 years ago. You get what I'm saying? Come on now, bro. Let's speak facts. Let's speak facts. You're not here for the culture. You here to try to illegitimize other niggas when all them niggas was trying to do was give you a handout. How would y'all feel if you tried to give somebody a handout, put your hand out to help them, and they fucked you? Because to me, that's what happened. And if I was Scru, I wouldn't fuck with nobody else. I wouldn't even fuck with me, because all I could, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, let me try to get some messages and make Scru look bad or some shit. Because I can obviously try to do that shit or be like, oh, I'm Scru friend, so now I can say something bad about him and y'all gonna believe me. That's all clout, my nigga. But let me know how y'all feel about this. I don't fuck with that nigga. I don't fuck with what he do. I think he's a good rapper, but he's not a good person. Not to me anyways. Not in this specific, what we going through. I feel like you foul for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, you owe niggas apologies because you on some weird shit, bro. Go paint your face. I'm out of here.